what I find is very important to both of us is the embodied concept. So in my work, to me, we have to embody the mission. The offering is coming through the mission. And so to embody the mission, in my opinion, means that you understand yourself from the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. Because the mission is going to pass through all those layers. Why? Because we are on a career path. We're not just going to introduce this thing tomorrow and be done with it the next day. It is an individual that's going through a process, and because an individual is complex, has many layers, and the natural state of yoga is passing us through many layers, we as individuals are passing through many layers, this mission is going to pass through many layers along its way. Right. And if we don't embody that understanding, and it doesn't mean that we are perfect to it, we have to be aware of all the aspects of the process. And sometimes the mission will stall out. Sometimes the mission will get stuck. Sometimes it will be thrown back, feeling like it's years behind itself. And sometimes it will catapult itself forward. And the point being is that we have to be, it's like being in communication with yourself no differently than when you're doing the therapeutic work that you do.
Exactly. It's why, the way that I work and the way that you work, it's so, we both have studied this, tantric philosophy so deeply that there are paths that are like straight to the mountaintop, It's like transcendence. It's like this toothpaste. This toothpaste always blue. So, totally. And that's it,
Yeah.
Done.
Totally.
And then there's the path of like, well, what about a slightly different flavor? And maybe this one should be now green instead of blue. And what happens if you, put the toothpaste over here? Or the point is like, we can go to the mountaintop and transcend and, try to hit that goal. Or there's this way of, the peaks and the valleys and the peaks and the valleys, and the process of my opinion of personal growth and transformation, and frankly the way the psyche works is that peak and valley, and it, in working with you over the years, I feel like the branding is like that also, where we're always evolving and shifting, and the key, the through thread along the way is you have to be so awake to every nuance, to every step that you took to get to the peak and come down to the valley, so that you can keep articulating it to the world. Because if you just go up to the mountaintop and nobody's up there but you, it doesn't matter if you were paying attention, because you don't have to tell it to anybody. You're there. Game over. Succeed. High score. Done. But if you're going peak, valley, peak, valley, peak, valley, you have to be like, you kind of have to be recording what you did. You kind of have to be awake and aware, because, well, what if you want to go back? Or what if someone wants to go with you? Or what if you meet some stranger along the way? And so that communication piece becomes the how do I want to say this? The being awake piece, the digestive piece, the articulation and communication pieces become much more important in this kind of, if you take this style, this approach of,
that's right,
the constant evolution, the peak and valley kind of mentality.